Hello Libra, and welcome to Sincere Tarot. This is your What Do You Need to Know for July Tarot reading, and your energy is, well, it's our energy, okay? Because I'm a Libra too, so we're in this together. The Four of Swords, there's a bit of healing that we need to do. We may have been doing some healing recently, and there's one more piece to the puzzle. So I really hope that, we've all been getting a lot of rest this month and just relaxation. It's not a party card, honestly. It's making sure we have enough sleep and we're really taking care of ourselves and putting our heart and our emotions first this month, all right? So let's see, what do us Libras, what do Libra need to know? This is hard for me too. Jeez, oh my God. Okay, there's something we're not looking at clearly, honestly. Like, there's something we're not looking at, but we're gonna find out exactly what it is at the end of this month, okay? So the energy in the past is the Justice card. So this represents us in the tarot deck, and we are the scales. We are able to look at every single side of an argument or an opinion. We're able to be very logical, very clear vision, okay? The thing is, there's something where, so our energy, I just got to show all these cards at the same time. So this is our energy. This is what we need to know, and this is the energy around it, okay? So our energy is the Page of Wands. This can often represent a child. Sometimes it can represent a fire sign, a young girl, okay? But the page is also a messenger. It's also exploring brand new territory. So I feel like we might be exploring new territory, okay? Getting in touch with our intuition, maybe some secrets, maybe some things from the past potentially, because it can represent our subconscious, and our subconscious is built upon the past, in my opinion, a lot of it. And the energy in between is the Seven of Cups. We're totally deluding ourselves, or we are being deluded by someone else, likely a female who has lots of secrets, okay? But this can also represent an institution that has a lot of secrets, and we're not looking at things clearly. Like, we think that we are, but we're totally not. This card is smoke and mirrors. It's like believing what we want to believe. So whether this is an aspect of our personality that we're not even looking at properly, or if it's someone else or an institution, we're believing what we want to believe. That's how scam artists are able to scam us, because they will make us believe something that we want to believe, like, oh, if we do this, they'll get all this money, you know what I mean? And so we won't look at things clearly because we so want to believe that that's going to happen. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, there's something that is it's actually a very big under lock and key secret. We think that we know it, but we're so inexperienced in this aspect, and I'm gonna just show you the outcome and what they're aspected with, okay? So please stick with me on this. This is hard for me too, but the outcome is the Devil, and it's not well aspected. So I feel like maybe the thing that was hidden is how toxic or negative this particular person or situation is. Like, honestly, this could even be someone trying to scam us. Like, do you know what I mean? There's so many different examples of what it can be, but it's something that we think we see clearly. We looked at it clearly in the past, but we're not looking at it clearly right now, okay? It's going to be very upsetting for us. We've got the Ten of Swords. Now, the thing is, the good thing about this is that tens are an end, and I think it's like, this is the realization, okay, this is the way that things are, and you know what? It's ugly, it's not pretty to look at, it's horrible in so many ways, but at least we're seeing things clearly, and we're actually beginning to surrender and begin to accept this is the way that things are, okay? We need this card for, like, for example, imagine if we broke our leg in like 5 spots and we went into a doctor's office and the doctor was like, oh, you're totally fine. That's the opposite of the Ten of Swords, because it's not accepting, like, things are bad, but we're not accepting it. So we're kind of in the not accepting it, not even seeing it, not even being like, what are you talking about? My leg's broken. Like, what are you talking about? We need to be able to see things clearly and look at things that we deem negative in the moment so we can actually fix it. How are we supposed to fix our leg if we don't even know it's broken? We have to have awareness, and awareness is going in, getting your leg looked at, and saying, okay, this is a situation, it's ugly, but now we fix it. Because guess what? You keep walking on that broken leg, you might have permanent damage. Do you see what I mean? So this is accepting the situation for what it is, and there's always hope, because in the back we've got a little fire cat being born. Sometimes when things seem so bad, that's when hope is born. That's when new opportunity is born. And I'm getting the tinglies right now, okay? Like this month, it's going to be difficult. I'm not going to lie. It's going to be difficult for all of us. Comment below later and maybe I'll reply and tell you what it is for me, because I honestly don't even know what this is. I'm really going to have to sit and think about this. But things will get better. It's just sometimes we need to go through hell to get to heaven, okay? What you need to know is being aspected by the Five of Wands. There might be a little bit of drama with other people in your life. There might be some disagreements. There might be people that are just, it might just cause a bit of drama in your life. But yeah, I mean, we're gonna get through it because we're strong and we're smart and we're a very caring sign. I think, at least I am. I have a lot of water in my chart, but okay, I have to aspect, like, we're gonna get through this 100%. Like, okay, let's get some clarification cards for us Libras about the situation in July. Okay, so I feel like it might have something to do when you were a child, or it might have something to do around a child or having children, something like that. Or maybe something that was said, but I don't know, I'm kind of feeling it might have to do more with a child for most of us. I feel like it might have to do with, like, maybe potentially there might be a bit of a negative attitude or stress around a particular topic or idea. I feel like you feel like, well, we feel like going with the flow with a particular area is, sometimes people can go with the flow, but they're not really going with their intuition. They think they're going with the flow, but then they're not. Like, oh, whatever happens, happens, but then you end up in a place that you don't even recognize. I feel like it's this knowing there's some sort of stress about a particular idea. And you know what? Honestly, I feel like it might have to do with potentially drinking or some other type of substance that is being abused, partying, something like that, just wanting to have fun. Oh, you know how, like, going with the flow, oh, I just want to have fun, I just want to have a good time, I just want to have fun, and then someone's like addicted to alcohol. Do you know what I mean? So, like, that's what I mean by going with the flow can sometimes be kind of ignoring certain things and going with the flow. Like, I do believe in going with the flow, but sometimes people think that they're going with the flow with their intuition, but they're not. Okay, so it might have to do with something with work is not going in the way that you want, for example, as well, or it could be a relationship. For some people, it's going to be a relationship. I feel like but it could also be a business partnership or a really good friend. Maybe they had some sort of secret about some stress, for example, and they're struggling to hold it all together, right? Okay, I gotta do just like one more. There's gonna be, like, this could be like a test result. This could be like, it could be some sort of, like, physical evidence or proof, or it could be a particular relationship or a contract or something like physical that has to do with money. Okay, let me I need to clarify this one. Okay, two more clarifications. Yeah, I feel like, so ultimately you're trying to keep the high ground, which is good, and focusing on being successful with, like, work or relationships or whatever it is. But what you need to know is, like, something you might be kind of on hold a lot longer than what you want it to be. Okay, I feel like this is the one where it's really, I need to have a specific person to give a more specific answer. These are general readings, but what I will say is that there's definitely going to be a bit of a struggle this month. Okay, just to end on a slightly better note, let's, why is this a good thing? How will this whole situation benefit our life? Let's just do 3 cards. How will this whole situation benefit our life? Okay, so it will benefit it because we're going to drop our negative attitude, our limiting attitude of limiting thoughts and beliefs. We're going to start moving forward in following our intuition more, going in a new unique direction. And we're going to really start to love ourselves again. And also, if this has to do with like work, you're going to find a new opportunity that you love and you're just in love with. Or if it has to do with a relationship, you're going to find a new relationship, or that is so fulfilling, where there's real love, depth of love. And this can also represent self-love. We're just going to actually like really love ourselves and care about ourselves a lot more. So that's what's going to happen after because of this. So those are all very good things. Let's get some advice cards to make the best of this situation. First advice card, Queen of Cups. Be very careful who you give your love to, because our heart is very precious. We can't just give it to anyone, okay? We need to be very discerning because we are a sensitive soul. Second advice card, we've got the Ace of Pentacles. If you see like physical proof of something, you need to believe that over our imagination or sometimes we can look at things through rose-colored glasses. So like, I'm just an example of this. There's so many, remember, general readings, this is just one of many, many examples, infinite examples. You know how like sometimes people will like get into a relationship with someone, for example, and then the other person is like, maybe, I think many of us have experienced before, and they're just like, oh no, I don't really want anything serious, and I just want to like see where it goes and like see what happens, and I don't really like labels. Sometimes when we hear that, we'll delude ourselves into thinking like, oh, if we just wait, they'll change their mind, and they'll one day change their mind and decide to be with us. But it's like, no, we need to look at like we need to look at what's physically there in a relationship with someone that doesn't want to commit to you, that doesn't even want to call them your boyfriend or girlfriend, and just isn't offering commitment. Do you see what I mean? Like, we need to actually like, how is this physically manifested, not how do we want it to be in our head, okay? We need to look at things from a very real perspective. Third advice card, Death card. Sometimes things are ending and we need to admit that that's the end and of that cycle, and when it dies, then we'll go on to something new. But if we don't admit that there's been an end, we can never really have that new start, which is something we really need in many aspects of our life, right? So sometimes we'll hold on to, the pain because that's all that we have left of like a person, for example. Like, this never means a physical death, by the way. Sometimes we just need to admit that it's time to let go. Fourth advice card, we've got the Three of Wands. So just to start thinking about like taking steps, think about what the future is, what future we want, what makes us happy, what makes us feel alive, what gives us that spark, and actually start to take some first baby steps in that direction. So if you are wanting a new relationship, put yourself out there, whether that's making a dating profile or flirting with people more. If you want a new job, send out some emails, update that, what's that called? That website where you put, comment below, what's the name of that freaking website? It's professional or whatever. I forget, I don't know why, because I never use it. Anyways, or you can, so just like take those beginning baby steps, actual action steps in the direction of where you want to go in your life. I hope you found this helpful. If you'd like a private reading, send me an email or check out my website. That's all down below. I do monthly readings. I'm going to start doing some other readings as well. So definitely make sure you're subscribed and hit the like, notification bell, comment, share. All of that really helps me so much. I'm just a little channel and I appreciate every little like and all of that. So if you're still here, secret bonus card, Four of Wands. You will get the home, the stability that you want, the leveling up in a relationship, whether that's commitment or marriage. It might not be with this person, it could be with someone else. If it's with work, you're going to get the job that you want, you're going to get it. It's going to be a better situation in the long run, I promise, okay? Have a good month. Bye.